All right, first and foremost, I'm gonna start off the video with a question. That question is, what the hell is going on with mobile gaming here in 2023? Is mobile gaming dead? Is it dying? Truth be told, I don't know. We're going to break everything down. I'm going to give you guys, my expert opinion on, what I make of this whole thing when we have Call of Duty, Apex. I mean, it's crazy to me that two of the biggest titles ever released on mobile are more or less ceasing their operations, right? First, we had Apex. That was the biggest bombshell. Apex Mobile was the game of all games. It was going to kill PUBG. It was going to kill Call of Duty. Anyone and everyone was going to play Apex. We already know what happened with that. They called it sunsetting. What they're describing, which I'm going to break this down for you guys right here. And this right here, you guys, this is basically the leak. This is what got everybody talking. And it's not in its entirety. You'll see there's scissors all over the place. It's been cut out in some places, but it gives us enough information to go off of what's to come, okay? So it says a carve out of these mobile games from the divestment perimeter would not be practicable for the reasons outlined below. It says COD Mobile was developed and is owned by Timmy Studios, a subsidiary of Tencent. That's the Tencent umbrella. Any spin-out of the game would therefore cut. COD Mobile is expected to be phased out over time. There's actually a lot of information behind this quick clip right here, right? So basically, Microsoft is they haven't yet, but Microsoft is going to be buying Activision. So once Activision is bought, they're going to be losing the rights to Call of Duty Mobile. Timmy Studios and Tencent developed Call of Duty. Now that Microsoft is coming in, Tencent goes ahead and pulls out. And the whole key word is this right here. This is I thought it was gonna let me highlight, but it doesn't. The key word here is phased out over time. What does that actually mean? With Apex, they called it sunsetting, but that's different because Apex is actually shutting down all of the servers. Call of Duty Mobile, from the little information that we have right now, the servers are not going to be shutting down. What's going to happen when we're talking about phase out, what's going to happen is they're not going to be updating the game anymore. It'll just be kind of stuck in a permanent purgatory. So no new weapons, no new weapon skins. They're not going to have any new events, tournaments, new items. Just the game will not be updated. It's just whatever version they leave the game with. There hasn't been any date. Now, anytime we hear information like this, right? We saw it with Rules of Survival. There's basically the same thing happened with Fortnite, more or less, but that's a whole other mess. Obviously, the most recent one was Apex Mobile, and now COD Mobile. That is, I never would expect this. And it was always PUBG and COD Mobile up here, and then everybody else. Think of all the players that have spent tens of thousands of dollars on skins and gun skins and everything in between on COD Mobile. Even if they leave the servers open, which we think they will, but even if they do, a game not being updated, believe me when I tell you, when games stop getting updates and stop getting new stuff, especially when you're so used to getting, at this point, weekly updates. That's what, PUBG Mobile is basically getting weekly updates, from skins to new features, everything, new events. And then same thing with Call of Duty Mobile, constantly being updated. Once you stop updating a game, players start to leave. And to me, it sounds like they're afraid, they don't want to split the player base. But then you have to think, hold up, COD Mobile's been out, 3 or 4 years? And all millions upon millions of daily active players logging into the game, spending their hard-earned money, and then all of a sudden they just, all right, we're done with that, we're moving on. But the player's like, well, we're not ready to move on, right? And it just seems so shady. And to me, if I played Call of Duty Mobile and this happened, why would I want to pick up knowing what just happened to Call of Duty Mobile? That is crazy to me that they would take this stance. It's like, what happened to valuing the player base? That's what it truly comes down to. You know, we're not just numbers on a spreadsheet. We're not just dollar signs. They have to realize, think of all the content creators that have entire channels built on Call of Duty Mobile. Literally have given their lives to this game to further progress the game, you know, get developers involved, you know, get contracts signed, and actually, you know, do these tournaments, you know, the esports side of things. And just to kind of just more or less pull the plug on the game. They call it phased out. But once you start updating a game, people leave. And I just don't see why people would want to go to another game that was the sole reason while their main game just got canceled, basically. Call of Duty Mobile got canceled is what happened. And I just never would have expected it. It makes me wonder, what is the future? 2023 was supposed to be the year. Battlefield was supposed to drop. Apex, Valorant. What is going to happen with Riot Games now and Valorant? I'd be sitting at the round table. If I was Valorant, I'd be like, the mobile scene looks a little dicey at the moment. You have these major game developers pulling out, like, yeah, well, I really want you guys to sound off in the comment section, as always. What do you guys think of this news? Maybe I've just been left in the dark. Maybe I didn't know. Maybe some people saw this happening. I sure as hell didn't. You know, it makes me what? I mean, where are the Call of Duty Mobile players going to go? And furthermore, if you don't, what game will you go to? As far as I know, hey, I'm just going to say PUBG Mobile is alive and well. That's all I'm saying. There's utter chaos and pandemonium going on outside of PUBG Mobile. We're chilling. We're chilling over here. I don't know if you guys want to come play PUBG Mobile, play some games. It's up to you. But wow, an absolute bombshell dropped today. Never thought this was not my scheduled upload video. That I can tell you. Sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Can't wait to read all of your guys' comments. If you enjoyed it, make sure you guys go ahead and drop a like. Helps me out a ton. Just takes a second. But until the next one, this has been Riggs.